All I'm iterating is here's who I am, here's what I do, and here's where I do it over and over again. Whether that's on my website, the content I get, the links that I get, the traffic I get, the reviews I get, what I optimize around is here's who I am, here's what I do, and here's where I do it. And that's it. Anything that isn't about that or supporting that, we don't do it. I just want to show you this. Here, let me show you this. So I talked to this young lady a few days back. All right. And what this young lady does is she has multiple services: microneedling, chemical peels, brows and lashes. Right. On top of that, when you come down in here, you can see that she also has this internal linking here. Right now, everything is pointing to laser hair removal. Now, when you utilize a tool, all right, and the tool that I'm utilizing here is Keywords Everywhere, it's pulling in Google's data, right? From the Google Keyword Planner API, I believe, plus clickstream data. Inexpensive tool, I'm not promoting it, but it's cheap and it's fast. I'll also show you a free way to do this too. But what I'm getting at here is you need to first identify, is there people in your area looking for the services that you provide? Yes or no, right? And how you simply do that is you come inside of here if you're using this tool, United States, and we're going to search for laser hair removal, right? And then they're in Naperville, all right? Naperville is in Illinois, I believe, all right? So we're taking a look at search volume, cost per click as well. Cost per click is a good indication to showcase commercial intent. If you have a high CPC value, there's a high probability that if you rank there, not just ads, but if I rank, I have a high chance of converting. All right. And as you can see here, there's 480 people looking for this per month, plus it's a $13 keyword. Now, when I look down at the bottom, I can see that there's multiple other areas. Now, something that I want to cover with you is before you take the time to build out all the pages, there's two things that you need to do. One is you need to see if I have a main page for Naperville, is my Naperville page going to compete with my Plainfield page? So what you do, all you have to do is take a look at both results. So let me walk you through this. First and foremost, we want to take a look at the primary key term or service, okay, plus this, all right? And then you just go and take a look at the same exact term, but then you change the location. Now, why are we doing this? Because we do not want to compete with ourselves, nor do work if we do not have to. So first we're identifying, is there traffic? Check. On top of that, then we're checking to see, hey, if I have my main page because my business is in Naperville, if I create surrounding location pages, am I going to compete with myself or am I targeting a separate market? So here's what you do. You just type this in. Another area is, so let's just take a look here. Yeah, Plainfield. And then we look at these results. So we can see here, SEV laser, Naperville, removal. This is Naperville, Oak, right? So we can see the page, Naper, smooth. So then we take a look at this SERP. Up Park, we have a new player. On top of having a new player, we have a different page. Directory's in place, and it's targeting Plainfield. Different player, different place. Then we have different player, different place. What does this tell us? Yes, it's going to be a great idea to target Plainfield if there's actual traffic. See, as you can see here, the difference between this key term and the other key term is that there is no traffic here. I don't see a CPC value and I do not see traffic. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that there isn't any. So if you have the ability to have a third-party tool, is you can take a look at SEMrush. Or if running advertising, Google Ads is in the budget for you. Another great way to test this out is to create your landing page, your location landing page, and run some click data to it, right? Run a few dollars to the page and see what type of traffic am I getting? Is it converting? Is it tire kickers? Is it worth my while? For a few dollars, you can really get to those answers very quickly with advertising. With that being said, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and take this we're going to take this tool, SEMrush, and we're going to take a look at the top performer. Because remember, our tools are saying that there's zero volume. All right. Now, before I jump ahead and show you a way to double verify if this is worth targeting or not with a third party tool, let me show you a free option for going ahead and checking for traffic. You can come into Keyword Planner after creating an account, and you can come inside of here and you can actually add a keyword like this. So I could type in such as, okay, so here we're going to put this inside of here and we're going to save, and we're going to see there is some activity here. There is some bids. The bids are actually higher. On top of that, there is some traffic. It's actually medium. It's not as competitive. It's not as worth your while as Naperville in this case. But hey, it looks like there is some data. There is some feedback, right? There's some traffic here. It can be worth our, depending on what you're paying for a page or optimization or how hard it is for you. This might be a great opportunity. How do we know this? Because when we take a look here, I'm not competing with my main page, right? My main location. On top of that, it's a service I provide in another location that's not competing. But when I go in the keyword planner, it says, hey, there is a trickle here. It's medium competition. There's some CPC value. There's some volume here. Now, the last way, and it is a paid option, right? But the last way to double verify if something's worth targeting is just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the top performer, the page that's ranking, and we're going to bring them into a third-party tool, in this case, SEMrush. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in the page that's ranking, and we're going to see which traffic or what traffic is actually going to that page. Remember, they're ranking number 1. Now, if they're ranking number 1, they've probably been there for a considerable amount of time. Knocking off the first player can be difficult. So even though I'm only showing you the first player, it might be in your best interest to look at other players as well to get a better idea of what traffic you could expect to receive. All right. So when we take a look at this, remember the primary key term or service key term, it was laser hair removal playing field. So we're going to take a look at their key terms. I like to sort by traffic percentage. And then we take a look down the list. All right. So we can see here quite clearly that the primary is going to be for their name. This is very typical for a local business. And then as we take a look here, we can see that, oh, Edison's on the list, 6% of their traffic. Edison, and there it is. But that's NJ. This is Illinois is the business we're looking at, by the way. Let's say that this was actually the proper one. All right. When I came in here, I could see that 1.59% of their overall traffic is coming in for that specific keyword. So I would just have to make the calculation. Hey, does it make sense? So we're going to minus 2% here, 26 visits per month times 12, right? 312 average conversion rate is what? 6%. So 312 minus 6%, 18 potential new customers by the end of the year, potentially. Is it worth it to create a page? In most cases, yes. Yes, it is, right? Like, go for it. So with that being said, I've shown you how to double verify. Hey, if I get in the first spot, second spot, third spot, go and look at the competition. See what I could potentially get with a third-party tool called SEMrush. The other thing that I showcased to you was a way to get a second opinion if you're not using a extension like myself. It's called Keywords Everywhere. There's a lot of tools that work this way. If you want a free option, Keyword Surfer has a free option that does almost the same thing, Keyword Surfer, and I'm sure there's other options as well. Keyword Planner, how to double check with the third-party tool. I also walked through how to know if I'm competing with myself.